Why is it... What the frick? Hey. Well, whoops. YouTube, nerd. There we go. Share. Top chat, live chat, pop out chat, live chat. Chat. And then notify, red circle, live. God, this chat gets so deleted. Alright. I should probably wait a little bit for people to join. Well, I'll get started though. Alright. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Right, there's that. Oh. Let's see. Print out sinusoidal waves. Specifications for signal. Yep. Right, so I've been messing with the FFT. I've been trying to get the FFT to work, and I wrote some code at around 4 a.m. And this code is, I'm trying to implement the Cooley-Tukey algorithm. And last stream I got stuck because I had to slice an array, essentially. And I figured out, wait, what if I just make it so I can slice slices? And that seems to work somewhat. The only problem is, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm doing something wrong. I just don't know what. Warper input. What if I'm... No, I'm doing that correctly. What if this is what I'm doing incorrect? What if I just do nothing? Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Obviously. What am I doing incorrectly? Let me look, there was a really cool C++ example. C++, FFT, Cooley, Tukey that I was following. This is not it. Though, no, it's no, because there's a lot of copying involved in that one. Yeah, this one. It was FFT C array. Yeah, it's this. Basically, so I have n x dot size, and then if n is less than or equal to 1, return. But see, that's not what I want to do. Even. And then I'm doing slicing here. And I'm, yeah, I'm taking a slice of this and slicing it. I'm taking this slice and slicing it more. That's what I'm doing in my C code. And then I'm doing the conquer phase. And then I'm doing this, and I think I see it. Oh crap. Yeah, so then I need to multiply. Yeah. I think I'm just forgetting to multiply. Which, how do I multiply this again? It's like, t dot real is equal to, oh, I forgot. What did I do here? Yeah, so to multiply, I'll do it like this. I'll call this P, and then I'll create another OFT-lib complex number called T, and this will be the multiplied version. So I need to do I need to do odd. Yeah, so so I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. Somebody's gonna get offended at it, even though it's just a joke. Alright, so P dot, no, I need to do output was, I don't know which one's odd. So it's odd k.re times ocos. Aha, yeah, alright, now I remember. OFT-lib warp. Odd warper k. And then I need to do dot real times p dot real. Yeah, and then minus ft odd m. Yep. I should actually just create a variable called odd. Const k odd is equal to output oftlib warp odd warper k. And this is of type oftlib complex number. And then, yeah, now I can do, instead of this, k odd. And I'll do this with k even as well. So k odd times p real, k minus k odd imag times p imag, I think. Yeah. And then it's, for the imaginary part, it's the other way around with plus. K odd real times p imag plus k odd imag times p real, I think. Yeah. So that's that. I can also change this here. Instead of this whole thing, just do k even. K even. Right, now if I try it, What am I doing wrong? Let's see, I'm iterating through all of these. Angle, oftlib pi. So that's the angle. I guess I'll just copy what my sketch is saying in case I'm missing something incredibly stupid. Yeah, it's really not even that offensive, because I just made a joke of like, oh, you can use Unicode characters to make swastikas in the terminal. Like, even my German friend or Austrian friend laughed at that. And he's not a Nazi. Real K Q FT odd real ocos. I'm gonna call that Q. FT odd real ocos. Osin. Ocos. Osin. Alright. Also, welcome, Rewind Your Mind. You seem new. Welcome. FFT odd. I am so tired today. Output K is equal to... Oh, what the heck? Okay, so I'm saying P is equal to even? What? This project is driving me nuts. Angle output K. See, it appears I'm doing that here. Q P plus. Well, actually, I have it the other way around. That could actually be what I'm doing wrong. So now I need to do P and Q. Oh, frick. So now what am I doing wrong? Oh. That might actually be what I'm doing wrong. You do some great work. Don't think we should be normalizing Nazi ideology symbolism, though. I don't think it should be normalized either, but the thing is, I think people get too offended. Like, the other day I was in a chat, and we were talking about politics or something, and someone was like, what's a liberal, what's a conservative? And I sent, for conservative, I sent like a guy wearing a MAGA hat who was stumbling his words or something, like he looked like he was gonna pass out or have a stroke. And then for liberal, I sent a drag queen, and someone was just, holy shit, you're so offensive, don't ever send drag queen gifts. And I was just like, why? Like, I didn't really do anything offensive. I just don't like how sensitive people are. Like, these are the people who are gonna watch South Park and then get offended at literally every single scene. Well, that's also not okay. Like, brushing off harmful behavior as jokes is also not okay. But, like, I'm talking about people who can't even watch a South Park episode. Let's see, what am I doing wrong here? K even Seems closer now. South Park is probably... It's a... Yeah, that's why I like South Park, is it makes fun of that kind of thing. That's sort of what I was doing too, but I don't know. People get offended way too easily. Yeah, let's not make the stream political. That's a good call. What did I do here? Oh, man. See weird artifacts. Let me make those lines thicker. Well, here's the joke here. Like, I realized you can do this with Unicode. I mean, yeah, it's an offensive joke, but it's like the point of the joke is not the swastika, it's the point that Unicode gives you the ability to do this in the terminal. What's up, MAGA? How's it going? Yeah, I do have an offensive sense of humor, so I do oftentimes offend a lot of people. So yeah, maybe it's also my fault too. What did I do? What did I do here? I'm trying to figure out the fast Fourier transform, but I'm having no luck. Not good. This project is driving me nuts. Yeah, obviously that symbolism means something, but it can also be joked about. Like, people who can't take an offensive joke, I don't usually like being around them because anything I say can be taken offensively. Like, me personally, I don't usually hang out around minorities, not because I don't like minorities or anything like that, but because they can't take a joke. Unless, of course, like, black people are awesome. Like, you tell them a joke, and even if it's slightly offensive, they laugh their ass off, which is awesome. Let's see, what did I do wrong here? Man. What did I do wrong? If n is 1, OFT-lib size t index is equal to OFT-lib warp warper. So that gets the current place in the array. Output index is equal to OFT-lib access input safe input index input count. Did I do that correct? Input index, yes I did. Let's see. N half. Okay, I did that correctly. divide even warper, OFT-lib warper from warper. So I'm slicing a slice essentially. Let's see, am I doing this correctly? Yeah, so I'm doing this correctly. Then I'm running another FFT. What am I doing here? Input, output, warper, input count, n inverse. Input, output, warper, input count, n inverse. Okay, so I'm doing that correctly. So I'm conquering on these slices. So must be something wrong with my loop here. I'm gonna create some helpful functions. Excuse me. Const t oft lib complex number t is equal to oft lib complex number from polar do I even need to do that? Because, like, the heck is this? Oh my god. I want to be done with this project so bad. Oh, hey, Log Void, how's it going? Two oftlib pi k n. Right, so and then I need the odd which I'm gonna do get rid of const. I need to do oft or t is equal to oft lib complex number multiply. I need to do t and what else? K odd. How do I get that? I need to do, I think, input K odd const oft lib size t k even is equal to oft lib even warper warp or no oft lib warp even warper k. Select even and type odd. Const oft lib size t k warped oft lib warp warper k. So k odd input. I'm gonna try that. And then I need to look up std polar. See what it takes. Yeah, alright. So it takes what I think it takes. Right, I feel like this is going to be a lot easier to conceptualize once I create these functions, instead of just manually doing everything in place. And then, what is x? X is this. So I'm assuming I would replace this in my instance with output. Output, what do I want? Just k. So, okay, k warped, I'm assuming. Hey Theo, how's it going? I can't wait until this project is usable, because I actually found out today. I was downloading music for an example for a friend, and I found out that even when downloading stuff from Tidal, like, sometimes you get music that's 44.1 kilohertz. So I don't know. I'll let this track play, by the way. Even, so T input, all right. Oh, where did I leave chat? There, yep. So I'm gonna do input K even T. This code is definitely looking a lot cleaner now. And then k plus n half is equal to even k. Wait a second. Yeah, even k, but minus t this time. Const oft lib size t k warped and half is equal to oft lib warp k plus n half. K warped n half sub, right? Yeah. Okay. That looks correct. Now I just need to implement these functions. Oh, there it is. So, right, there's a OFT-lib complex number, OFT-lib complex number from polar. And this takes a double R and a double theta. And then there's also OFT lib complex number, OFT lib complex number add, which takes OFT lib complex number LHS, OFT lib complex number RHS, and there's also add sub mul div. So add sub mul div. Now I gotta implement all of this. Let me just find a comfy spot underneath implementation. I'll do it underneath this macro. Yep. So OFT lib complex number from polar. And also in the implementation, I'll mark these as inline. Like that. Whoops. OFT lib complex, or wait, return OFT lib complex number real, I believe was OFT lib cosine, what was, there was a crate that had really good source code for this kind of stuff. SRC. Wait, no, this is a meta crate. Num integer, I think. Yeah, I think it's this. Wait, is it? I'm just looking for complex numbers. Where did I see, is there a crate literally called num complex? Yeah. src, and it was in lib, I think. Yeah. So what I want is from polar, yeah, and it's r. So it's radius times theta cosine for the real part. So real is r times the cosine of theta, and then imaginary is the sine of theta. And then, yeah, so then, what about add sub mul div? Ooh, you can get the cosine of it. Yep, this is Hyperland. I love Hyperland. It's amazing. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna download this file, and then I'm just gonna open it in Helix. Was it? I have to do like impl add for complex, something like that. Wait, complex. Oh man. Impl. What the fuck? Impl T complex. Oh, that's probably what it is. Impl T. What? Impl T complex T. Yeah, impl. Yeah, so this is it. Impl add. Oh wait, I'm being stupid. You literally just add and subtract for those. Right. Wait, but subtract is positionary. Is that... Okay, it's literally the same. So, I'm assuming other's the right-hand side. Yeah. So, for these... return oft lib complex number. I'll make a macro. I'll say oft lib complex number complex. No, I want to be explicit with this. Return oft lib complex number. I guess I could just do it like this too. So no, I'm gonna be explicit. Real is equal to LHS real plus RHS real. imaginary, or rather real imaginary, and then for sub, instead of plus, it will be minus. Bingo. Now for multiplication and division, it will get a little more complicated. Where was it? Where did I put it? Yeah, okay. I'm all over the place today. So I'll say yeah, here we go. So multiplication, the real part is self REIM. OFT lib complex number will be left hand side real times right hand side real minus left hand side imaginary times right hand side imaginary. And then imaginary is left hand side real times right hand side imaginary plus left hand side imaginary times right hand side real. So that's multiplication. And then I imagine division is pretty much the same thing. I can verify this. Div. Yeah, so here I'm saying, oh, what the what? So the real part, so it's the backwards version of you know what, I won't implement division for now. I'll do that later if I have to. And it's not like anyone's going to rely on the OFT lib complex number type, because the standard library actually has a complex type. Like, you can include complex.h and all of a sudden you have a language level complex data type. Implementation. Right, so now that I have this, so I have add sub mul from polar. Now Okay, I'm doing that. And then I want to say in here, yeah, if inverse, divide output. Yeah, I'm saying if inverse Hey headset, how's it going? Wait a second, I have to do a K warped. And K warped n half. So that should handle the inverse. Yeah. So I'm a little scared to run this because I'm gonna be so pissed if this doesn't work. I guess I have to run it. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Doesn't work. I'm honestly tempted to just look for pre-made FFT libraries on the internet, but I don't really want to do that because I want to implement it myself. So this feels more authentic. I'm just trying to figure out what did I do wrong. Also, while I'm at it, just because I'm bored, I'm going to make them pretty colors. No. Alright. What? Yeah, like I said earlier, I worked on this project well into like 4 a.m. last night, and it's driving me nuts. Just trying to figure out what did I do wrong. Like, all right. So he's doing an whoever like this is doing an in place FFT. So he's writing the result to the input. And then he's getting n size. If n is 1, return. If otherwise, do a divide and conquer. So divide C array even x std slice, which I already created my own little version of this in a way. So x std slice, and then so yeah, slicing with a stride of 2, and the slice is applied to what's already a slice. So that, and then your even odd, so conquer. And I already reviewed the information here, so input, output, that's just the arrays. And then the warpers, that's what's mimicking the behavior of a slice. I'm passing in the input count, so this function can use, so this function can use it. And then I'm passing in the new size that's to be used. And then I'm passing in the inverse variable, like for if this is an inverse transform or not. So I'm conquering, and then I'm going through. Well, I'm not. I'm glad you're doing good, though. No, that's fine. The timing was just kind of funny. Complex T. So that's doing that. Odd. Okay. So here's where I think I might be messing something up. I don't know if I'm supposed to be getting like the even. Fuck. I don't. If I do something kind of. No, I don't want to do that. That's. Oh, man. Okay, so. I'm tempted to just mem copy input into output and then do an in-place FFT like this, in case that solves all my problems. But I don't want to do that because that means incurring a mem copy. So I don't think I'm doing anything wrong up here. And I'm doing all this correctly, but I think it's down here that I'm messing something up. So perhaps I need to change this to output. So instead of input being used here, I use output. So I'm getting something. It's just not what I want. Interestingly enough, no, never mind. I wonder if I'm reading uninitialized. You know what? I'm gonna do an in-place FFT. This is so annoying. I'm being driven nuts. Internal. X. Meaning I don't need that. So I can get rid of that. And then it means I don't need this function anymore. And that, well actually that just means I can return here. And then this function is just completely useless now. Or actually it is useful. So here I'm going to say Orper. I'm gonna do oftlib mem cpy, and I want to do destination source. Yep, okay. So I want to do, oh, nope, not there. I want to do output, input, and I want to copy oh, you know what I can do? I don't have to like create a oftlib mem copy function as a requirement. I can just do for oftlib size t I 0, I is less than input count po2 I plus plus. I can just do output I is equal to oftlib access input safe input I and then input count. So this is essentially copying everything into the output. And then I can transform the output in place. So I can change this to X and get rid of input count and half looks good. Quack. Indeed. So welcome, Quack, you're new. Even X conquer. Yeah, now down here I can just do all the in place stuff. I believe. K and half. Should I do restrict here? Seems a little risky. I'm gonna remove restrict. Actually, what exactly does restrict mean in C? Like, the exact. What exactly does the restrict keyword mean in C? The restrict keyword is the restrict keyword in C is a type qualifier introduced in C99, yay, my favorite version of C, that tells a compiler a pointer is the sole reference to a memory location during its lifetime. When you declare a pointer with restrict, you're making a contract with the compiler that no other pointer will access or modify the same memory region through any means. So, I think it's safe to say that this is restrict then. Yeah, I think this is fine. Inverse. Alright, let's just see what happens, I guess. Okay. So, I'm back to where I was before. God, I hate this project. Yeah, I don't really know what to do. Well, that didn't do shit. What about... I'm just trying to see what this dude is doing. And half. STD polar. Kidding me? Yeah, this is starting to piss me off. Oh my god. At this point, I've essentially translated this code exactly into C, and it still doesn't work. And half. I'm slicing the slice. I'm conquering. There's gotta be something, just something tiny I'm missing. Like, it's so stupid, but so small. I just don't know what. Oh, man. This is so stupid, but if it works, I'm gonna be so confused. Of course, it does not work. I'm trying to make the FFT function that I'm going to use for my audio upscaler, and it's not working, and I don't know what to do. It's pissing me off. I'm doing that correctly, at least. Oh, man. Okay, warped. So, and then I'm setting in place x, k, and x plus kn half to this and this respectively here. What the hell? Hey, this is super frustrating. Ugh. I know I'm not slicing wrong because I tested my slicer for like 2 hours. God, I don't know what the hell is... So if not inverse, then yeah, that's correct. What am I doing wrong? I don't understand this shit. I'm doing odd of k. Yeah. That is correct. Oh, man. I'm gonna do a weird test. What happens if I just return? As expected. Well, that obviously doesn't work. What the hell? That looks completely different from what I had before. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's what I had before. Let me bump up the resolution so I can more clearly see. Okay, so here's my wave. I don't understand what is going on here. That's really weird. it would upscale the sampling rate of the audio. So when you play audio in a computer, it has a specific sample rate because a computer cannot represent an infinite precision waveform. And that's what sound is. It's basically compression waveforms going through the air. And you have to approximate and throw away a bunch of data. And that's why audiophiles swear by audiophiles with, that's why audiophiles swear by audiophiles with higher sample rates like 96 kilohertz. Basically, an audio upscaler is just going to increase the fidelity of the sound by reverse engineering what made up the sound and then making the sound again with that information. But what? Oh my god. What did I do wrong? I don't understand what the fuck I did. And I'm starting to get really pissed. Like, really pissed. Yeah, the Nyquist theorem. Now the thing is, though, for the people who are sensitive enough, you can actually hear when audio is at a very low fidelity. Because you can... The speaker jumps more at lower fidelities. Because it's jumping from one sample to another. Think about it as float precision. Or pixel resolution on a monitor. You can tell if you use a high resolution monitor for long enough, and then you go back to your low resolution monitor, you can tell. You can tell there's a difference. It's kind of the same with sound. There's a resolution to the sound in your audio files on your computer. But sound has really cool properties, so you can actually upscale it perfectly without using AI or any of that shit. You just upscale it, and that's it. So let's see, combine, OFT, warp, K even. Oh my god. K even, K warp, K even, OFT lib warp, even warper, K odd, K odd warper. Yes, exactly. I had a Desmos example about it. Yep. Yeah, so... So here's an example of sampling. So like this is a sample rate of 1 and it's below the frequency of 4. But if I increase this, then you can see the samples can match up with the wave. And when you increase the sampling rate, you get better audio because it will be more accurate. I made a video about how to, like, where to start customizing Wayland, but I don't like the idea of ricing tutorials. It's in the same vein of how to install Linux tutorials. Like, it's just mindless content. Like, yeah, to install Linux, you just boot into it and go through the installer GUI. It's not that complicated. To rice a Wayland compositor is the same way. You just edit a text file and see what you like. That's all it takes. So I don't understand these tutorials that teach you how to rice like Wayland or how to rice Hyperland or whatever. Like, I'll give you a tutorial right now. All you have to do is just know what programs to install, and I already made a video about that, the guide to ricing Wayland. That tells you what programs you need. And then all you do when actually ricing Hyperland is you just edit the file in config hyperland.conf. It will refresh automatically when you make edits after saving the file, and you just edit this file and everything's self-explanatory and self-documented. So I don't need to make a tutorial about it because the configuration file itself is its own tutorial, and it has wiki.hyperland.org links. But yeah. Alright, I'm starting to get angry. This thing's driving me nuts. Oh my god. Yeah, no problem. I hope that helps. What if I remove restrict? So that actually did give different results. What the fuck? Okay. See, this is why you have to be careful when using things like restrict in a language like C. Man, what the fuck? I don't... Oh, man. I'm getting so fed up. I'm still trying to implement the fucking FFT. I'm stuck. I'm not really far into the project whatsoever. I haven't even gotten to the point of making the actual application for upscaling audio because I need to finish the fucking FFT. I'm starting to get really pissed off. I might actually scream at my monitor this stream. Because I've been working on this for hours, both on and off stream. Yeah, Arch Linux is a solid distribution. I personally use Gentoo, though. I'm actually thinking of switching to FreeBSD, though, which isn't even Linux. Because frankly, there are some things about Linux that piss me off that seem to not be the case on FreeBSD. It's also really hard to explain what it is, though, because it's mainly just things that piss hyper nerds off like me. Where, like, I have transcended the plane of sane nerd, now I'm insane nerd. So I need, like, the most hyper-specific setup that is not usable by a normal person. Like, I'm entering that realm. OFD Warper from... Like, what the fuck is this? What am I doing wrong here? Yeah, so this is correct. I figured this out through trial and error for like 2 hours. This is correct, because this is just dead simple. Index times stride plus start. And then I'm doing everything correctly here, but I don't fucking know. This is really pissing me off. Divide, FFT internal, conquer, X, that's my array, warper, inverse. XFCE is not bad. It's actually one of my favorite desktop environments. Web developer. Interesting to hear that I have a web developer on my channel watching my live stream, since I'm like the complete opposite. Yeah, Linux customization is unrivaled. Mainly because it's not Linux providing the customization, it's all the stuff you can install on top of Linux. Because Windows forces you to use whatever comes with it. But with Linux, it's completely just people cobble together a usable system. So let's see. OFT lib warp and a half. When I call this, let me just run through what would happen here. So let's say n is 8, n half is 4. This does not get triggered. Then I divide. So all the even indices get tossed into this slicer. And then I conquer, where I call this function again. And I do x, and then I pass in the even warper and odd warper. N half, inverse, inverse. So then I'm back in here, n is 4 this time. and n half is 2, so this does not get triggered. Even warper, I'm warping the already warped. N half. So now I'm back in here, and n is 2 this time. This does not get triggered. N half is 1. I do the warping again. Call this function, these functions again, but this time n is 1. So this triggers, this returns. That does nothing to... Oh my god. I think I might see it. I think I see it. Maybe. But then I go all the way out here, and then I do all this shit. And then that somehow does what I want it to do. Yeah, I don't like AI either. But I don't like AI not because it's trying to replace me or anything like that. I don't like it because people don't know when to actually use AI. The technology is really cool. The people powering the technology are dumbasses. Like, AI for a music upscaler? Are you serious? When this beautiful algorithm exists? And, like, no one is programming most of this stuff in C, so there's already really mature libraries that those developers can just pull in. I'm just stubborn and I want to create my own library in C. What happens if I just don't convert this stuff? Well, that's interesting. That did something. I'm not too sure what that did, though. Well, that did nothing. I'm getting so frustrated. Yeah, yikes. Impress your girlfriend with an AI generated website. Hey, Zrigas, how's it going? That did something. I don't, it's not the right thing. It looks better, but I don't know. I've seen people generate some pretty cool looking AI websites. There's even like a thing where a lot of AI companies generate their websites using AI. It does frustrate me though, because yeah, it should be made by a dev, not by AI. Man, I am so ready to just give up on this project. Because I'm doing everything right, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. The thing is, though, it's not a human making it, so it feels soulless. And, like, what bugs me the most, it's not even that bugs me. It's that people call themselves professional programmers just because they know how to prompt with AI. And it pisses me off to no end. It just, yeah, pisses me off. Haha, thank you. What did I do here? I don't know. XK odd. Hey Raphael Teogenes, how's it going? It's been a while since I've seen you in a stream. Then again, it's also been a while since I've streamed. That's true too. Like, people will build entire products with AI, and then those products just get hacked to oblivion. No, it's fine. Usually when I'm not tired and sick, I swear a lot. What am I doing wrong here? I am so frustrated right now. Okay, warped even T sub. Oh my god. What the hell? What the actual fuck is going on right now? I am so frustrated right now. What if I... No, that wouldn't work. Dang it, what the fuck? I put in the description, it's just an unmodified Rainy 75. I recently got it, so I never bothered with modifying it, at least not yet. Alright, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask AI. I'm not going to copy paste any code, but I'm going to see if I can ask AI just so I can get something to click in my head, because I am so lost and so desperate right now. Please help me understand how the hell you can implement a Cooley Tukey FFT algorithm FFT in C. I am using an in place. Actually, let's see what it does. I'm curious. The Cooley Tukey fast Fourier transform. Yeah, I know. Okay. Instead, yeah. Yeah, I heard butterfly many times. Still pissing me off. Float real imaginary complex. Yep. Okay. Generate twiddles. Complex double. So it takes a complex, takes an n, int k, k and n. What? Wait, what is this doing? For k in. This is. What? It's overwriting whatever's in here already. Or, wait, what? No. Huh? I'm sorry, what the hell is this? Right. What the fuck? Main effort. First rearrange. What? I am so tired right now. I can't do this shit. What is it doing? What the... When AI is literally worse than the already limited documentation on the internet. What's my opinion on gaming on Linux? I mean, I don't really play many games, and the ones I do are open source. But when I play Steam games, it works pretty well. Pretty damn well. I don't really have issues with that at all. Yeah, using AI to understand a subject because search engines just suck is what I do. I use AI so I can actually understand stuff, but I never copy-paste AI code, and I'd never use something like Copilot. What the fuck? Like, I'm literally doing exactly what this code is doing with stuff that I already tested a multitude of times at 3:30 a.m. in the morning, And I still can't figure this shit out. I'm getting so frustrated. So X is a slice. Getting the slice's size, that is N. Okay, I already pass in N. If N is less than or equal to 1, return. Yes, okay. And then I'm creating new slices, that being even. Even is a slice of this slice that is slicing it to where it's starting at the beginning of the slice, but skipping every other element. Odd is the same thing, just shifted over by 1. That's the odd slice. Then I'm conquering by running this function again with those new slices. And then I'm combining down here, but I don't understand what I'm doing wrong, because this is so fucking simple. Like, I'm doing everything here exactly as it's going on here. I'm so done with this. Oh my god. I already have a website, actually. It's really basic. If you want to try and make me something, go ahead. I'm not guaranteed to accept it, though, because I like simple things. And there's also the additional challenge of, 1, I would have to be able to maintain it myself as well. And 2, it should be accessible to web browsers that run in the terminal. So like this is my website in the terminal, and the HTML is so simple that the browser has no issue rendering it. Because I have no obfuscated links or anything like that. It's just all here. Like, this is the only obfuscated stuff, and that's only because, I embedded some, Bandcamp stuff in here. Actually, I'm gonna update that page on my site, because I should also link the YouTube link. CD website. Oh wait. Get goal origin name. Yes, I'm linking here. Yeah, alright. And if you want a way to send it to me, I have a Discord server. Invite link. Yeah, here. Ah. Yeah, alright. Other links. Oh wait, I should make this a table. Oh wait, no. Other links. I remember I did something kind of weird for tables in my website because of how HTML works. Or CSS, rather. Which actually, fun fact, if you're a web dev, ricing a Wayland compositor like Hyperland will be quite fun for you because stuff like my bar here, which is Waybar, actually uses CSS. Service URL link. Bandcamp. So now if I make yeah, you can do some pretty crazy stuff with stuff like Hyperland. Even like the Hyperland website has a Hall of Fame. Like here's a space rice, and then globes. Oh, Euler. Cool. It's an Euler rice. This is the one that inspired my rice when I was getting started with Hyperland, by Math is Builder. Then there's the winter rice, which is actually kind of average. Aurora, Hyperland winter. This one, this. I think this one's my favorite. Oh. Flaffy. Interesting. Ooh, open image, new tab. Yeah, there we go. This rice is very cool. Index HTML. Yeah, so this is the website thing that I just built with Make. I don't know why it's rendering weird. Yeah, it should have like alternating patterns. What the heck? I goofed something up. I done goofed something up. No. Wait, did I? Yeah, actually, like, what? What happened? It just broke. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a stickler about things being minimal, but I like things being somewhat minimal. Like, this rice is actually not all that minimal. It's actually quite bloated, but, see, it works well. Complex. What? I'm starting to get really, really, really sick of this project. Alright. Yeah, fuck this. I am not doing this. What I'm going to do instead is just start on the upscaler, and if it's slow, it's slow. Actually, how long have I been streaming for? 2 hours. Fine. Okay. 1 more hour. What should I call the upscaler? Simple audio upscaler. Command line Sockly. Yeah, let's call it Sockly. Sockly. CP oglolib cmake and git ignore. Now time to set this stuff up. Simple audio upscaler CLI Sockly. A simple CLI-based audio upscaler. Simple audio upscaler C command L line I interface. Simple audio upscaler command line interface. It's written in C. Got my flags here. And I just realized, right. Oh. Flags Unix release. Flags Unix release will be -03. Flags MSVC release will be 02 because MSVC is actually quite aggressive. And then I want to say down here, if cmake build type matches release, How do I do messages in CMake again? How to do messages in CMake list txt. Warning. That's what I should do. And I should do and if I'm gonna do if it's not in release mode. Building in debug mode. Set flags Unix to flags Unix release. Oh. MSVC. Right, it was warning. Yeah. Add executable. Okay, so that all looks good. Add libraries. OFT lib. Target, include directories. Project name. Private. And I want to do project source dir deps oft lib include. Right, now I'm gonna get init. I'm gonna create a deps directory and I'm gonna do get submodule init https://getlab.com oglo12 oftlib dot get to deps oftlib. Get submodule add, sorry. So now I have oft lib. What did I do here? Oh, there we go. Building in debug mode. Okay, good. But then if I mkdir build cd build and do cmake but do d cmake build type release, then it builds in release mode. Okay. What did I do? Ah. Okay, so I have hello world. What's Brewmails? Is it a emailing UI? oftlib-h. Define oftlib implementation. What else was there? I think that's it. Oh, cool. Is it going to be sort of like Thunderbird, where you plug it into already existing email services? Ah, cool. Yeah, update me on it. I like, unlike some people, I like to get pinged. I like it when people ping me and tell me what's going on in their lives, or like what projects they are working on. Let's see, now I need to do... Does this actually work? You will come from your dev act? I don't understand the sentence. Alright, so I have oftlib linked. Now I just gotta cmake
Ready, babe?
Now I just need to make a simple audio. Now I need to make a simple argument parser. God damn it. This is always the most annoying part of CLI applications. Actually, C makes it somewhat pleasant. Static void, or I'll say static int parse args. Int argc char argv. Int argc char argv. argc argv args If parse exit is not equal to 0, then return parse exit. let's see, char pointer or const char pointer input name. Input path. Input audio file. Const char output path. Output audio file. And then I want to say const, wait, or, I want to say uint32t new sample rate. The new sample rate to make the output file at. Yeah, all right. And then parse args. There's a function in C called getOpt, but I keep forgetting how to use it. And from what I remember, the man page isn't much help. No, it's man 2 or man 3. Yeah, man 3 getOpt UniSTD. So it's in the Unix standard library, which I know Windows has MinGW, which sort of acts like a wrapper around Windows functionality. So you can compile things that depend on unistd.h for Windows, so it's fine to use unistd.h. And I really don't care about Windows, so getOpt, argc, argv, const opstring. Oh yeah, and then this is like yeah, so I have to do I believe I have to do while getOpt what? What? Oh. GetOpt. argc, argv, short opts, and I need to do, I want I O S. And let me read the description here. Get definitions of prototype for a function process argcr minus the program name for options given in ops. Return when there are no more options for unrecognized options, or get up to set option letter and So while it's not -1. Right, and then this will return a character as an integer. Oh, gotcha. Well, hello, Srihari. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Right, and then I remember getOpt description. GetOpt function passes the main function. An element of argv that starts is not exactly or is an option element. The character of this element aside from the initial characters. If getOpt is called repeatedly, it returns successively each of the option characters from each of the option elements. I'm good, yeah. A lot better. I stopped working on the FFT. And now I'm just going to use the DFT for now. GetOpt finds another option character, returns the character, updating the upstring is a string containing the legitimate option characters. A legitimate option character is any visible 1 byte ASCII character for which is graph would return non-zero. That is not do, or do. If such a character is followed by a colon, the option requires an argument. So getOpt places a pointer to the following text in the same argv element, or the text of the following argv element in opt_arg. Aha. 2 colons means an option takes an optional argument. If there's a text in the current argv element in the opt_arg, 2 colons means if there's text in the Okay, so I want to say I, O, and S. Yeah. Pronunciation is not that right, but it will do it, or you can call me Sri. See, the closest I have to being able to pronounce foreign names is using a Russian accent. Because, like, I could pronounce it with the American accent where it's just like Srihari, but that's obviously incorrect because it's an American accent. So Srihari, or Srihari, is the closest I can do. Switch C case I break case O break case S break case question mark break and default break. Sri? Which one? The US accent, Sri, or Sri? Which is my best attempt at a Russian accent, since I do speak some Russian. Srihari. Shri Hari. Alrighty. Shri Hari. Shri Hari Satish. Satish? Bede. Bede. Sathish. Shri Hari Sathish. Very nice. It's fun to say. Let's see. I want to do. Uint 32T. I need to do Uint 64T sample rate what did I just do incorrectly? Uh-oh. Oh. Bid. Dude, what is your name? Maga Asilo Bid. 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 A2 U32. A2 U32. Opt-arg. Static U30 UN32T A2 U32. And I want to do const char string or cster. Uint 64T let's see. Size ti 0 while cster so I want IC char C while C is equal to cster I++ is not a null terminator. I want to do result times equals 10, result plus equals C minus the character 0. And then return results. So that's how I can parse an unsigned 32-bit integer from a string. But the reason I have a 64-bit integer thrown in there is because I then want to do, I want to make a function to see if it's a valid 32-bit integer. So I want to say, like, if C stir 0, if C stir is null, return the maximum of a uint 64t. And then I want to say oh no, now I'm a little you want me to check Discord, but not on my PC. Okay. I wonder why. Ah, all right. Noted. Nothing pornographic, just sensitive information. Alright, so I'm going to return that. Else if C stir yeah, I think, yeah, I see it. Alright, so this is my a232, and I want to say static bool is a232 success. And I want the uint 64t results. And I essentially want to say uint 64t mask is equal to, or rather, I want to say return result shifted over by the result of size of uint 32t times 8. And I want to say is equal to 0. So if the result of shifting this over is equal to 0, then this was successful. Oh, I also want to add in here, if C is, I'm going to say if C is more than or equal to 0 and C is less than or equal to 9 in character ASCII form. This is why I love C, is because due to its simplicity and weirdness, you can do shit like this. Because a character is actually just a number according to the ASCII table. I'm not sure. Probably once I have something working, as in like argument parsing, and then next stream I'll implement the actual upscaling. I did waste a ton of time trying to get the FFT to work. Alright. That be your challenge. How tall are you? I'm like 6'3". That's not bad. That's like average height. You're fine. Boy or girl? Well, I'm not gay. I mean, even if you were a girl, I wouldn't have gone through it because I'm not into the whole e-dating thing, but... Manliest man. Lemanberg. Alright, see ya. Have fun. Okay, so I have command line parsing. If I do like J. Yeah, there we go. Like, what if I pull the, but then I move this up to like 96. Good. So it expects 32-bit integers. If I do minus, yep. Okay, so I got command line argument parsing. Now I'm gonna make this colorful, the output. $96M. So that will make it cyan. C. C is a good starting point. C is simple and it teaches you about computers. So C is simple yet powerful and elegant and flexible. It doesn't have a lot out of the box either, so you also have to learn how to implement a lot of stuff yourself. That's why I recommend starting with C. C++ has issues where, one, you have to learn programming, but two, you also need to learn all the weird OOP stuff that comes with C++, and it, like, C++ also is kind of hard to pick up if you haven't already programmed in C, because C teaches you a lot of the fundamental base stuff, and it's not until you've programmed in C for a while that you actually understand why C++ does the things it does. So that's why I still recommend starting with C. The problem with Python, though, is it teaches you a lot of computer anti-patterns, and it provides you a lot of abstractions. You don't actually learn what's going on behind the scenes. And Python also, like, you don't learn how to use typing or anything like that. So, still, I recommend C. Because with C is simple, easy to pick up. There's not a lot of paradigm crap you have to learn. But it also teaches you, like, how the computer works and stuff. Like, well, what I mean by that is you have to learn memory management, learn what the stack and heap are, and yeah. And the thing with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript is you should only learn that stuff if you want to condemn yourself eternally to the space of web development, which, you know, it's sure, it can be cool, but web development, in my opinion, just doesn't compare to what you can do when given a terminal on a Linux system and the ability to program in C. So I recommend learning C. It's a good starting point. It teaches you what you need to know. And if you know C, you can more easily pick up other programming languages because other programming languages are inspired by C. Like if you learn Python, Python's not really similar to any other programming language out there. So if you learn Python, you kind of have to start from scratch if you then want to learn another language. So I think I've thought, like, this is actually a question I've thought about for a while, and I'm always convinced, like, C is the answer. So learn C. Yeah. Well, yeah, if you program in English, that's not really programming. Yeah. Like, it's kind of challenging to find a fault with starting with C, because it's literally, like, the perfect starting point, because like, it's very minimal. You're provided with basic functionality so you don't tear your hair out, like a printing function and a randomization function and stuff, and a function to get the time in Unix time, but you're not provided with vectors or hash maps or any of that fancy stuff. You have to learn how to implement that stuff yourself. And then you also need to learn about how pointers work and how the stack works, how the heap works, so you end up learning how your computer also operates. Whereas other languages kind of hide that behind a neat little curtain, that being like OOP or interpreted languages or whatever. My favorite stack? Probably, Linux, Interactive Shell, C compiler, Linux Interactive Shell, C compiler, debugger, I don't know. If you want something intuitive, I recommend Helix. It's like Vim, but the key bindings actually make more sense. Well, here's the thing. I don't really... Like, when I program, I don't really use many dependencies or anything like that. Like, it's just... like, the most bloated I've ever the most bloat I've ever dealt with when programming is probably in Rust, when I used some crates like Surday. Gen 2 Rust? Well, that's just Linux and Rust, but probably just Linux and C. Linux GCC Helix, Linux GCC Helix GDB, glibc, I guess. I don't know. CMake. My stack's very simple. Like, you can't even call it a stack, really. Okay, so now the text is colored. I'm also going to make it bold. There, so now it's bold. I'll make it green. Or no, I'll make it, what's a good color? Just regular blue, maybe? Or magenta, or blue. That's blue. Let me look at magenta. That's nice. I think maybe I'll keep that. No, but I like cyan. How about cyan, magenta, blue? Oh, I know. Sample rate will be magenta. The dumping file will be cyan. Let's see how this looks. Upscaling audio file tmp.poo.wav. Dumping upscaled audio into file tmp.pis.wav. Scaling to sample rate, hertz. Alright. Yep. That looks good. Why not? Now I need to add a help flag to print usage. Static void print usage. File S. fprintf. S usage. I'm gonna do S. Yeah, like that. And then for this S, I want to do binary name. You like my keyboard? My keyboard sound? Static. My sound, like my voice? Ah, well, thank you. I'm glad. Binary name, argv0. There we go. That sets binary name. And then I want to print usage, fprintf. Let's see. Okay, I'll leave that empty, and then I'll say flags. Yeah, like that. So the first flag is input. fprintf s. Output file path. And then let's see, sample rate, new sample rate. And then I also want to add up here fprintf s h usage. std error, yeah, std error. And then invalid flag. Instead, I want to print usage std error, return 1. And then I want to do a case where case h, I want to break and print usage std out. Okay, that looks good. And then make, oh, what did I do? Right. And then if I forget one of these, prints out the usage, but I forgot that this stuff actually requires new lines. Right. Yeah, new lines. There we go. There we go, and it prints out the usage and it errors out. And then if I tmp pis.wav, and then if I .h, then it does that. Whoops. The first programming language I studied, Python. Yeah, I studied Python. Yeah, I mean, Python is, I don't like it all that much, but it is useful for, like, quick sketches. Is that an std lib? I think it is. The thing that irks me the most about Python is it has no types. Like, no strong typing. There we go. So that prints out the usage. Oh man, I blundered again. I need new line here, and I also want to put bat. So I got argument parsing now. I think this is where I'm going to end the stream for now, because I feel like I'm going to have to write a WAV parser and stuff once I actually want to read in audio files, which is going to probably be at least 30 to an hour. So I'm going to end the stream now. This was a good one. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Bite.